Hey guys, welcome back to Republic Reforged, and today we're going to be taking a look at my LEGO Ninjago collection in more depth than the short I uploaded. You will notice some of these sets are very dusty and have not got all their pieces. This is because I haven't used them in a long time, and when I did use them I was playing with them and they've been broken. So we're going to start over here with the Legacy Blade Cycle and Snowmobile. So in this set came the Kai's Blade Cycle, which is just a basic red bike, which did have quite a cool feature. You press these two buttons here and the sides splay out. I'm not sure what this would actually be used for. I can't remember if it was even used in the show, but one problem I have with it is that if you close those two, the other two don't close. So you have to close those two at the back and then they all close. As well as that, in this set came Zane's Snowmobile. It actually runs surprisingly well on the floor, as you can see, even though it's only got one wheel. I think it looks good. I think the design is very nice for this set. The shurikens of ice were held in these clips here. Yeah, but these were two of the... Oh, bits fallen off. But these were the vehicles that came from the golden weapons of Spinjitzu. So they're pretty cool. As well as that, I have Cole's bike from the Forbidden Spinjitzu wave. It's nothing special, to be honest. It's a very basic bike with no features, but it looks quite nice, and the figures were decent, but I can't find those at the moment. But I'll try and get a minifigure collection out for you guys at some point. But yeah, it was a decent set. 20 quid there, a little bit overpriced. The Destiny's Wing, this was the first... It wasn't the first set I got. I don't know, I was about to say that. It was one of the first sets I got. But it's decent. I do quite like the design of it. It just feels like a old fighter plane, a bit like a Spitfire. The design just reminds me of that, probably because of this propeller at the front. But it was decent. You could angle these here, and the golden exhaust pieces were very nice. Moving on to the Legacy Samurai X suit. Look, I actually have the figure in this one, the Nia figure. It's a nice figure, but we're here to look at the mech. So it's decent. It's smaller than the original one, I think, but very posable. Posable legs, posable arms, hands, and forearms, which is very good. Came with a sword and stud shooters on the back. They're the old stud shooters. So as most of these sets will be. Let's put that back there. This is one of the sets that you can tell is not in good condition. This is Jay's Stormfighter, the Legacy version, obviously. Just bring that over here to have a better look at it. This set is decent. This is one of the first sets I got, the first being Firstborn, the dragon, which is a really cool set. But this had a main feature, which a lot of their jets seem to have. Displayed the wings out like that for an attack mode. And when I say a lot of their jets seem to have this feature, not just in Ninjago, but in Nexo Knights, one of Clay's vehicles did the exact same thing pretty much, and it was also the same colour. But yeah, this was a decent set. I liked the design of it quite a lot. It's quite nice. I think it's better than the original version. It's just a bit more clean, a bit more smooth looking. The back's decent, but on mine it's completely destroyed. So yeah, this was a pretty good set. Now onto one of the remaining Legacy sets, we have Cole's Earth Driller. Now this is just an improvement on the first set in every way. It's bigger, it's more accurate. It did come with a big stone warrior, but I don't know where he is either. And the drill, as you can see, moves as you spin it, which is good. This was not one of the vehicles that came from the Golden Weapons of Spinjitzu, but it did come with the Scythe of Quakes, I think. Or I might... Oh, yeah, see, it's not in good condition. It's actually falling apart. I'll fix that later, but it's a good set, and I hope some of you guys got to enjoy it as much as I did, because I really enjoyed it. I'm going to move on to the last of my Legacy sets now. This is the Legacy Ultra Dragon. Right. This is easily the best Legacy set I own. Just look at that. Look at that dragon. The four heads were done really well because they're the same, but they're also unique. Look, we look at the lightning head here. It's nice. Stud shooters on the side. They all have stud shooters on the side, but the lightning pieces on here make it good. The Earth Dragon, you see, even though it's the same design, you can see it looks more brutish. It looks more strong and durable, like an Earth Dragon should. Now the Ice Dragon takes bits of the Lightning and the Earth Dragon with these more earthy, rocky pieces, but in white, and the ice crystals here, and combines it with the more sleek design of the Lightning Dragon head to show how it's in the middle of Earth and Lightning. It's quick and fast, but also strong and durable. Then we go on to the Fire Dragon head. This is probably the most over-the-top design. This thing here with all the claws, big mouth, flames, horns, very cool design. Taking a look at the tail as well. This tail had a mechanism where we could swing it back and forth like this. It's quite nice. The tail didn't have any rigidity if we didn't use that there. Now, it does not have posable back legs. This is my biggest problem with the set. No posable back legs, but we do have some, I say some posability. We barely have any posability anywhere. We can only pose the feet. So this is not a posable set at all. But the way you lift the wings up, mine are clearly broken. Something is, oh god. If we just prop that up for a second, I'm going to try and fix this now for you guys. Yeah, I did say these sets were a little bit broken, didn't I? Yeah. Ah, that should have done it. Yeah, there we go. That's how it should look like when it's flying, not the wings just swaying the way they were. It's alright. I mean, it doesn't look like it's flying, especially because you can't bend the legs back. It just kind of looks like it's opened its wings. So it's a very cool set, and I like the way it looks, but it wasn't very good for playing with. I found the other sets were better for playing with. I'm going to move on to Firstborn now. So before you guys mention anything in the comments or something, I know the jaw for Firstborn is not the actual jaw for Firstborn. I did have to make a new one because I lost it and I couldn't find the pieces. But this is the helicopter that came in the Firstborn set. It's basic, but it looks quite nice and like thrown together like the hunted vehicles do. And if we look at this bit here, it has a rotation mechanism here that we can just spin around. That works well. Random figure that I've left in there, but that's a pretty nice figure. I did like the bad guy figures from the Hunted wave. They look really cool. So this is Firstborn. Okay, so first of all we're going to go to the head. I love the top of the head. I think it's done really well, and I think the jaw I made still fits because I did try to model it as best I could off the original design, but I just couldn't find the correct pieces to completely do it. But the rest of the build is pretty much complete. The wings, and these wings are good because they have a great flapping mechanism. Look, press down on this here, and you can fold the wings out. But this was great for young me because I got this, this is what got me into Ninjago, this set really, because I'd seen it before but I'd never really got into it. Then I started watching a show and it was great. The tail again has that swinging mechanism, but it has no structure or rigidness when it isn't like that. Fully posable legs though. The legs are completely posable, which is really good. So this leg, forward, back, side to side on the legs, and that's the same for the front. And then on this one here, same posability. So what you can do if you were trying to get this into a flying position, you could bend the legs down like so. Boom, flying position, easy to play with, really good set. One of my favourites that I have. I got another hunted set, so I've had 3 hunted sets. I got 3 of them because I really enjoyed them, especially the dragons. And this is the Stormbringer dragon. Let's have a look at him. This is Jay's dragon. This is the second biggest dragon set they did for that wave. And it's a bit more unique. It's more snake-like, clearly more inspired by Eastern dragon mythology. So it doesn't have actual wings, unless we're counting these as wings. I was always counting these as wings. It's like where the energy, where it flew, was coming from. And again, it does have this tail mechanism that you can just spin it, but the lack of rigidity again. The head is very nice and unique though. Look how big that head is. It's very big, but still posable and very cool. Mine's a little bit broken, it's missing one of the horns, but I think the yellow and blue colour scheme, it does really well. And obviously, if we want to get this into a flying position, it has the same posability as Firstborn, just stubbier legs and a long snake-like body. And I forgot to mention, but this and Firstborn, they have a bunch of clips on the side, and you may have been wondering what they're for. Obviously, the theme of the Hunted wave was dragon hunters, were half of it, and this is where you could use their clips, their hooks, to hook onto the dragons, which I thought was really good, and I really enjoyed those features they made for some interesting things to do while playing with them. Moving on to the next of my dragons, this is just a small one. This is the Master Wu Battle Dragon from the Masters of the Mountain Wave. This is I kind of stopped collecting by this point. I don't know why. I just gave it a miss for a bit. But its wings are posable, made of vinyl. That's nice. Fully posable legs and tail. The tail has rigidity, which is good. The gold and white color scheme looks really good. It looked really good on the Ultra Dragon there. But if we just attempt to do this, there we go, get it in a flying pose. Didn't really have any other features, but it looks good. It's a nice solid build because it was only about 25 quid. The figures were decent as well, and it was just nice to get another dragon for Master Wu because I never was able to get the other one. But yeah, I think this is a really nice build. So yeah, I was really happy with that. Actually, when I said it was Ultra Dragon was the last of the Legacy sets, I forgot this one. This is the Legacy Golden Dragon with the specially molded headpiece. Is just really nice, and however, it's just the spring-loaded, not the spring-loaded shooter, the stud shooter. It doesn't work because you have to go like this, open the mouth fully, get your finger in there. So that's not great. Otherwise, to be honest, this thing has barely changed. They kept the same design, the same posability. Legs are posable, and it's nice to have a dragon which only has 2 legs. I really liked that. I think it was really nice. I remember my friend had the original one of this, and we did a trade once. I got it for a week, and I was like, "Oh, I need to get this." And then then I found out the Legacy version was a thing, so I brought that immediately. I really like it. It's just such a nice design, so clean, but a nice size, and it was really affordable as well. So yeah, this is probably one of the best dragons I have. And I just broke it. I'm going to avoid that Morrow Dragon because that comes with the Final Flight of the Destiny's Bounty. And then I'm going to look at the most modern Ninjago I have for now until I get some of the not Crystallized Dragons Rising ones. Yeah, I have modified the set slightly. I put some extra horns things on it and I switched the horns around. But other than that, the molded head pieces are quite nice, but they're just, this, as you can see, this bit here, it's very flimsy and it keeps falling off. There we go. But yeah, there's a lot of, see, the other one's fallen off now. Okay, so the head piece isn't the best. I do prefer the brick bill heads, but oh well. No wings, but the color scheme, this like bluey turquoise green is really nice. The tail is a lot more rigid as well. Look, it can hold that position there. And the wings, well, they're not wings. It's a flightless dragon, but it's decent. Had chains on it. The chains on its foot, look, show it was like enslaved, which is really nice. Chains somewhere there. And the legs are well done. Obviously, the legs are posable, but on ratchet joints instead of ball joints, so not as posable, but it's decent. And you've got posability in the neck there as well. But it was a very nice set. This is from the Island Wave. This is the last one I got because, to be honest, the ones from Seabound didn't excite me, and the ones from Crystallized were massively overpriced, but the pricing's better now. So I will be getting some of the ones from Dragons Rising. I'm not going to tell you which ones, that'll be a surprise. I'm getting 2 though. Now on to probably my favourite Ninjago set I own, Lloyd's Titan Mac. This is the biggest mech I've ever gotten for a theme, and this was just like an impulse buy purchase one day, and it just looks so good. I know bits of the head are missing, I know bits of the arm are missing, but great arm posability. It is a little unstable, but especially this like shield sword, I'm not sure what use this would have in actual combat, but it looks cool. It's cool. And the sword on the side here, just see, these swords were used for Bionicle. And this is like a little bit bigger, but it's pretty much the same scale as Bionicle, and this is what a large Toa brick built Bionicle might look like, and I don't want that because it'd be too expensive because this was 50 quid, I think. But it's nice. The cockpit area is nice. Lift the head up, put a minifigure in. That's a lovely cockpit. And I like inclusive the hat piece in the gold colour. But on the back of this, we also had the flyer as well. So if we take this off, get rid of him. the flyer here, so let's get a better view of that. So I think that looks really good, especially because, to be honest, I'm surprised they didn't try and flog this as a side build with, you know, how Lego, not a side build, as a separate set, because they would probably try to sell this for 20 quid or something. And to be honest, I'd buy this as a 15 quid set on its own, because I think it just looks nice. But the fact that it goes on the back of him as well, so cool. I just loved the set. It was really good. I'm not going to try and put that back together now. Right. You may be wondering, oh, first one's my first set. How do I have the Ultrasonic Raider, Day of the Departed? Answer is eBay. 50 quid I got this for, so that's a really good. And we all know it's a great set. Just look at that. Absolute tank. Really cool. We'll just put it to a side while I look at the side build. Side build of Master Chen. I'm really glad I got that minifigure. They didn't stinge me up for it. The build's alright. Nothing too special. It is just like a T-Rex mech, which is pretty cool in itself. But, you know, these cannons on the side, decent posability, but not that great a side build. But I can see it posing some small threat, which is nice. Onto the actual Ultrasonic Raider itself. We'll just look at that. Look, so it moves on the side. So on the side we have these two bikes. I'll just push this one out. Okay, so we have one for Jay. So blue colour theme, his insignia there. And on the other side we have the one for Kai. Now, these bikes are literally exactly the same, but they are better than Cole's Earth bike thingy. So, yeah, that's good. But they're decent, and they do complete the build when it's all together. Now, the other part, Zane's vehicle in this build is probably... I can't decide whether I like Zane's vehicle more, but what you do, you push it back, it unclips there, and what we can do... Sorry, it's quite hard, because I don't have a cameraman yet, or anyone with me to help film, so I'm trying to do it with one hand. What we can do is push that forward, it springs those out, and this is just a nice little flyer for Zane. It's really good. He's got a prison cell underneath, and I know I applied this sticker. I didn't apply this sticker, but someone else did. But whoever did it, it was horrible. The flame jets going out the back, I'm kind of surprised they put flame jets. You know, it's Zane Ice, but using that same piece, just recolored that they use in a lot of things. Look there, I think it's the same piece, but they use it in the Rock Raider. But yeah, pushing that aside, this is easily the best bit. Look, so Cole's vehicle in its form, you just immediately take all the stuff off like that. But we flip that round, get a larger bike, which is great. Two cannon, like stud shooter cannons on the side, and if we put that forward, we can see that we have extra ammo in there. And this set just looks so good, especially when combined. I think I prefer it combined. I think it just looks cleaner and better. But the way that this slots in as well, it's got its own like almost landing ramp. And I just think it looks great. So I'm just going to put it back together for you guys. Okay, yeah, I've put it back together. Sorry for the abrupt stop. I'm just trying to do my best with what I can at the moment. I don't have a cameraman, as I said before, so sorry about that. I'll try and get a stand or something for my next video. But yeah, it just looks so cool. Just look at it. It's so imposing, such an impressive silhouette as well. But now I'm going to move on to my favourite set, the final flight of the Destiny's Bounty. This came out in 2015, and I got it in 2019. But it came with this Morrow Dragon, which the build looks really weird, because it's like half construction, half brick built, and I don't think it worked that well. But the pieces are nice, these chains and these bits here especially, I love these. But it's not that special. I don't really want to spend too much time talking about it because it's not that good. But onto the Destiny's Bounty itself. Now let's look at that. Okay, so yeah, you can see my Master Will on there. And I think that's my Scythe of Quakes. No. Or is that one I made myself? I can't remember. I'm just going to put that over there with Cole's thing. This is the Destiny's Bounty. So we can adapt. I know we can adapt the sails. Look. Pull that up. Sails in, push it down, sails out. I think Woo's in the way. Yeah, Woo was in the way, look. Yeah. But that looks quite cool, I think. But speaking of sails up and sails down, I'm going to get it flying for you guys. Sorry, I'm just going to pause it again, sorry. So as you can see, it's got a handle on the bottom, which made it easy to swoosh around. And something else I know you're going to want to see, I can't pause this because you guys will want to see it, because it's the really cool feature, but I'm just trying to find out a way to angle, I'll show you. Okay, I've tried to prop it up, I hope that works. So, yeah, this is the Destiny's Bounty, and handle underneath just slides down, so it looks very cool, but the engines, so you, at the front's just fallen off, but the engines you just pull out like that. Look at that clean, quick transition. It looks so good. And put it back in, you just simply push. You do need to give it a little bit of force actually. And I feel like something's broken there. I don't actually feel, I feel like it. Oh, there's something in the way. But we'll leave the engines like that and we'll try. We'll remove this top bit, shall we? Which is the top bit is removable, well not most of it, but this bit here, little bike garage with a flying bike, knee is very cool. Slot that back in there. Yeah. Sorry this is broken, I know it's not in good condition guys, but thank you for watching this video. I hope you like my collection. I want to please voice your thoughts down below as well, that would be really helpful. Also just like, subscribe please, it just really helps us out. We're just trying to grow our channel, me and my mate, and it just really helps. So thanks for watching, I hope to see you next time.